Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Right? Merry Christmas. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirit bright. What fun it is to ride and sing that sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and flat, misfortune seemed his lot. We got into what drifted big, and then we got upset. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirit bright. What fun it is to ride and sing the sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage IDOT of Unit 199, celebrating the victory, Alabama over Texas. Can I get a roll tide in the chat? Where's all those Oklahoma fans at? Where's all those Boomer Sooner fans at? Oh, 17-0. Everybody tagging me on Twitter. Everybody's saying, oh, Jeremy, Bama's getting whooped. Bama's getting destroyed. Well, where they at now? Where they at now? Roll mother effing tide. Boom! Let's freaking go. Hell yeah, man. But anyway, hope you're all doing well on a Saturday. That's right. Miami won as well. And let me see. Why did I say Texas? Did I say Texas? Oklahoma fans. That's what I said. Boomer Sooner. Did I say Texas? I might have been thinking about the Texas A&M game. But there's too much football. I'm literally looking at scores right now. So, oh, well, then fuck Texas. They're not even good enough to be in the playoffs. So, Oklahoma, my bad. I'm looking at the Ole Miss score at the moment. Tulane doesn't even deserve to be in the playoffs. Ole Miss is destroying them. Pathetic, but whatever. But anyway, hope you're all doing well. Let's see here. I saw this guy, and what I want to confirm something, because this guy says Jeremy will defend him even though he deleted some of the files. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you what you want. I will defend Trump no matter what. I've never criticized Trump. I never will criticize Trump. I will stand by Trump no matter what he does. There's never been anything that Trump has ever done. I have never criticized Trump ever, and I will continue to never criticize Trump. He is perfect in every way. He has never made a mistake. He has never done anything wrong. Everything he does is perfect, and everything he ever will do is perfect for the rest of history. Now you don't have to tune in anymore. You just know that I'm going to defend it because I've never criticized him before. Okay? Never done it. So there you have it. So there. Now you have your self-fulfilling prophecy. Now the next time I acknowledge you, you have to send a minimum $50 super chat or I will never acknowledge your existence again. Those are the rules. I didn't make it up. Those are the rules. Okay. Mike says, sucks having missed out on AmFest this year. Saw the quartering is there with Melanie Mack. Think you and G&G crew will make it there next year? Absolutely fucking not. I think AmFest has been a complete disaster this year, and I think it's embarrassing beyond belief. Nothing against quartering and those guys, but like I think that it's just pathetic. What we're seeing from AmFest right now is awful. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to the conservative movement. It's embarrassing to MAGA. And it feels like a bunch of children are running around and just acting out. It is pathetic. So no, under no circumstances do I want anything to do with AmFest or anything in the conservative movement for the most part. Like, I just don't want anything to do with that shit. D-Day Piers for $1. Thank you. Nandy with 50 says, love Trump, and he needs to get rid of Bondi and Blanche ASAP. Epstein files is the biggest L so far. So thank you, Nandy. So the Epstein files dropped some of the Epstein files, and it was pretty embarrassing yesterday. What we saw, it was pathetic. It was really like watching this whole thing play out, and how people were weaponizing it against people, which Trump was 100% correct, by the way. Trump was 100% correct in how he said this was going to be utilized. So yeah, like Michael Jackson gets thrown into it yesterday. And of course, all of the retards that have constantly believed that Michael Jackson did something wrong because the mainstream media told them Michael Jackson did something wrong. All of those retards started running with it. And then you finally started seeing community notes added to the Michael Jackson pictures. So the whole thing was, I don't know, man. The whole thing was crazy yesterday. And of course, you're seeing like all of these people, making up all of their theories based around it or whatever. The picture, one of the pictures that was going around with Michael Jackson was a picture of him and was it Diana Ross, I think? And it had redacted, it had the faces of the kids redacted. But then you actually look at it, and what that was a DNC fundraiser where Bill Clinton was at. And those were Michael's and Diana Ross's kids that were there. And they redacted their own kids to make it look like something bad was going on. But it was just Michael's kids and Diana Ross's kids. These were also pictures that have been available for a while now. But again, with the internet, all you need to do is post something and build a narrative around it, and the internet's going to run wild with it because that's what the internet does. You just have a lot of stupid people that don't know how to do any research whatsoever. I'm trying to find it right now. I've been bookmarking like a madman the last few days. So right here. Okay. Okay, so here is the picture right here, and it got community noted. So right here, Jeffrey Epstein pictured with pop legend and alleged pedophile Michael Jackson in DOJ's latest document release. So here's the picture right here of him and Jeffrey Epstein. And then here's the picture with him and Bill Clinton and Diana Ross with the pictures of the kids redacted. And that's going to build a narrative. Oh my God, look, they're standing with all of these kids. Michael was doing all of these horrible things. Look at this, these poor kids. Blah, 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 blah. Except that picture is actually him and his kids and Diana Ross's kids. I'll find the unedited version for you right here. And so, of course, this is the unedited version right there. And as you see, those are his kids and Diana Ross's kids. And so right here, Michael Jackson was house hunting in Palm Beach, Florida. Jeffrey Epstein owned property there, and Michael was shown that house while exploring real estate options. That was the extent of it. No personal association. The victim, who was present at the time, has stated nothing happened when MJ visited the property. Michael didn't even end up buying the house there. And so, again, this was like the beginning of just a lot of shit right here, man. And so, again, there's just a lot of dumb people that will believe whatever they're told on the internet. And so that started everybody running with the narrative of Trump, and Trump is hiding this and Trump is hiding that. Again, man, like, do you think that the Democrats who they basically created a fake virus to shut down everything so they could get rid of Trump? They have had him, they've tried to have him murdered multiple times. They have threatened him with prison. They've threatened his friends with prison. Do you think that if they had something on Trump, because the one thing that you can actually tie to Trump that his base will absolutely abandon him on would be harming children. 99.9% of all Trump supporters would walk away from him if you could prove that he was doing something to children. It's the one Trump card that they truly would have. So if they had it, they would have used it. And they didn't, because it doesn't exist. So, I mean, it's just, right now, we're just in chaos mode with this, where people are going to build and buy whatever narrative they want through it. You have a lot of libertarians and never Trumpers that are at the forefront of this thing online, that are pretending like they care. And it's interesting how they didn't care until the Democrats told them to care. And so here we are. I don't know what's going to happen. I still think Pam Bondi is a complete disaster. I think she has been terrible in this situation. I think she's been terrible from the get-go. And that falls squarely on Trump's shoulders. Trump brought her in. Trump hired her, and Trump has stood by her. She's not good. She's just not good. And, but yeah, I mean, just watching all this play out has been hilarious, to say the least. Z-Herb says, people will say this intro is fake, but it's not. I was there when Trump sang Jingle Bells. I was too, man. See there? I'm glad you confirmed it. Little Jim Saylor says, the release of more files has completely backfired on the Dems and TDS rhinos, whose sole goal is to destroy Trump. Massey proving he has terminal TDS. Yes, 1,000%. It's been laughable, the reaction to it. And again, just to confirm, Community Notes did community note this and says that Jackson had no personal relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. They met once in 2003 during a Palm Beach property search when Epstein's home was one of the several shown. There is no evidence Jackson visited Epstein Island and had ongoing contact. And again, so some people may not understand this, but Michael Jackson is the most famous human being of my lifetime. And at Michael Jackson's peak, there's never been anyone with a peak like that. Everybody wanted a picture with Michael. Everybody wanted to have an interaction with Michael. Everybody wanted his attention. Everybody. And so the idea that somebody wanted to take a picture with Michael Jackson is crazy. Princess Diana is not even remotely close to the fame that Michael Jackson was dealing with. Not even close. Michael Jackson's fame is unmatched. Maybe Trump, but Michael Jackson's peak is insane. So yeah, it is what it is. So at least all of these pictures of Michael Jackson are getting community noted now. And I guess community notes, I've never been the biggest fan of community notes, but at least it's, doing a good job of that. Let's see. Princess Diana was famous in Britain and among women. Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, honestly, I didn't know much about, I don't know anything about the fucking royal family. I don't give a shit about the royal family. I don't give a fuck. That is the definition of a woman's interest, the royal family. Who gives a fuck? No men care about the fucking royal family. Let's see. You know the type of men that care about the royal family, the type of men that liked James Gunn's Superman. Okay? Because James Gunn's Superman was made for women and emotionally weak men. And those are the same type of men that care about the royal family. Nobody gives a fuck about the royal family. Nobody gives a shit. Laughing Haffern for 20 says, just had a sparring class. The person is, Spring is actually going to be teaching me from now on for the next year for my fight. He has 2 years under his belt and he went easy on me. Got videos as well, but I can't upload them too long. That's awesome, man. Thank you for the update. I appreciate that. And keep kicking ass, brother. And he says, and he followed with another one. He says, and when I say he went easy on me, he could have literally Minecraft me. Now he's going to be working with me. So I'm excited for that. God bless you guys. I'm sore all over from getting tossed around and kicked. No pain, no gain, brother. No pain, no gain. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Z Herb says, the excuse is, what about the collateral damage, bruh? When it was bad against Trump, they used it anyway. Of course, if they had proof Trump did kids, they would have used it with Biden's DOJ. Absolutely. And if they had something on Trump from that perspective, Trump would not be president right now. He wouldn't even have won the primary. DeSantis would have destroyed Trump in the primary if they had some proof of Trump doing something like that. They don't. Simple as that. Troy New says, I never believed MJ did anything. When I saw those pictures yesterday, I concluded there must be a logical reason. Thank you for providing that clarity. May the king RIP. He is the GOAT, man. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, people, if people want to believe it, they can. But you're stupid if you believe Michael Jackson did anything wrong. You are retarded. Actually, you're just confirming you're a Candace Owens viewer. If you think Michael Jackson did anything wrong, you probably believe in Candace Owens. EHEF says Stephen Miller for AG. Now that would be awesome. I still wish Matt Gaetz would have gotten it. I really do. But I don't think that's going to happen. By the way, tell me this is not you, okay? Is this you for Christmas dinner? Is this you, chat? Right here. Don't bring up politics or anything with ICE during dinner this year.
I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you. Somebody said, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks.
Oh, man. The Trump memes are goated, dude. One more time.
I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you. Somebody said, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks.
Oh, man. You love to see it. It's fantastic. Trump memes never get old. Okay, so I got to play this clip right here. There's a lot going. So again, AmFest is going on. That's the Turning Point USA event, AmFest. And it's been embarrassing in my opinion. And this is the first year, obviously, that Charlie Kirk is no longer with us. By the way, I looked something up yesterday because, like I said, I need to be very clear. When I say what I'm saying, it is no disrespect to Charlie Kirk. None. Think Charlie Kirk was an incredible guy. I think he created an incredible, company and Turning Point USA and everything like that. From everything we've seen, he's as genuine as you could find. But I do think that there's a lot of people that are pretending that they believed that Charlie Kirk was more important as a singular individual than anyone was claiming when he was alive. And I went back. Valuetainment, Patrick Bet David, they did a top 50 personalities in all of like media and everything like that. And this was in 2023. And I actually did a breakdown of it here on this channel. The top 50 media personalities in 2023. Now, mind you, after Charlie Kirk's passing, Patrick Bet David said that Charlie Kirk was the number one guy that he would take over anyone if he had to take one guy to lead and be a voice. Charlie Kirk was that guy. This is after he passed away. So I went back and I looked at that top 50 that Valuetainment did. Charlie Kirk was not in the top 50, I don't think. He definitely wasn't in the top 10, and I couldn't find him in the top 50. Now, Valuetainment has deleted that article on their website, so I couldn't actually go reference the website. Number 1 was Elon Musk on that list. Number 2 was Donald Trump. I believe Rogan was 3. Reed Hastings was like 4 or 5, Netflix guy. Tucker Carlson was in the top 10. But Charlie Kirk was not in the top 50. But now he's number 1. And I'm like, he was an awesome guy. But he was not holding the conservative movement together. He just was not. That's just not what was going on. Now, with this Turning Point USA situation, obviously, AmFest is a disaster. And it's a disaster, could you say, because Charlie's not there? Yes. Because Charlie, a man that was leading a company, is not there. When you take a company that was operated by a man with a vision and you turn the company over to a woman who is more known for crying than anything in the last 3 months, because she should be crying, she should be emotional, but she's decided to put herself in front of the camera and cry in every fucking interview that we've seen her in. That's not good leadership. No one's going to be intimidated by that. Okay? That's just not going to happen. I don't think that a grieving widow should be in front of the cameras nonstop in the weeks and months directly after her husband was assassinated in front of the world. I think you need time to grieve, and you need time to, like, selling his book. I thought that was kind of weird. Like, maybe postpone that a little bit, but whatever. It's not for me to decide. My point being is that we have a woman running Turning Point USA right now. And we see what the result is with AmFest. It's bad. Let's listen to what, actually, this is not the video I wanted. It was, so Ben Shapiro led AmFest off. I'm not going to play that one again, but Ben Shapiro led AmFest. And Ben Shapiro essentially set a tone by going after Candace Owens, by going after Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, and others. Okay? So he set the tone. Tucker Carlson then comes out and kind of responds in an indirect way. And it's just been chaos since then. Okay? It's just been chaos. And so now it seems like everybody that takes the stage is taking shots at someone else. And as I've said, it's basically WWE. Well, Tim Pool shares that opinion now. But let's listen to this. So Steve Bannon, who Ben Shapiro took a direct shot at, decides to respond to Ben Shapiro when he took the stage.
We got this from Turning Point. Timcast News posted it, of course. Steve Bannon unloads on Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro calling him a lifelong never-Trumper.
Now, Benji Shapiro sat up here last night.
All right. Benji Shapiro is great. Benji Shapiro. I haven't heard that one. I've heard Little Ben, but Benji Shapiro is good.
and he was all, I'm going to, it's all about the truth. Ben, I've known you a long time, brother. You can't handle the truth.
Bannon pulling the a few good men line.
Let's face it, Ben Shapiro is the farthest thing from MAGA. Let's be blunt.
Wow. And
he is a hardcore never Trumper. He's a hardcore never Trumper. In the spring of 16, he tried to upend Breitbart. He walked off the job, made a big deal about some incident in Mar-a-Lago with Corey Lewandowski. He tried to turn it to Ted Cruz from Donald Trump because he hated Donald Trump. In the general election, he barely supported Donald Trump. The first sign of when President Trump gets sent back to Mar-a-Lago, the very first individual that jumped on the Ron DeSantis.
By the way, while I agree with everything Bannon is saying right here, what are we doing? Turning Point. What are we doing right now? This is embarrassing. This is unbelievable. This dude is just taking the stage. This is basically 8 Mile conservative edition. You got B Rabbit and Papa Doc on stage. That's what we got.
DeSantis train, the Israel First train was Ben Shapiro. And those are the darkest days we had. In 21 and 22, you guys were there. He's consistently been against Trump. And now that President Trump doesn't back the Greater Israel Project. What is Greater Israel? It's not about Israel itself. It's about an expansionist.
He's going on an anti-Israel rant at a Turning Point event. Hold on. So Nick Fuentes is not allowed. Nick Fuentes is not allowed at Turning Point, but Steve Bannon is now.
Israel, and imperial Israel, that Netanyahu and that crowd have thought up. And the Israel First crowd is Ben Shapiro, Tel Aviv Mark Levin, and many others that want to put that ahead of America's interests.
Man, it's like a primary. It feels like Republican primary.
Yeah, they're fighting for who's in control.
Yeah,
and it's Israel. No. I mean, the argument they're making is pro or anti-Israel. I don't care at all.
It's the new conservative wedge,
bro. If I'm going to sit down and have
if Tim doesn't care about Israel, why did he have a meeting with Netanyahu? I mean, I think that's a fair question. Tim, I don't care about Israel pool, but he had a private meeting with Netanyahu. It's an interesting way to not care about Israel, but yet you meet with the prime minister as an American podcaster, but you don't care about Israel, and he keeps saying he doesn't care about Israel.
a debate with someone and they're like, let's discuss Israel. I'm going to say, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like right now, there's this plan. We didn't get into the story about how they want to turn Gaza. What was this tweet?
Yeah, I saw
into
that.
a high tech, Mara Gaza or whatever. And in that context, I have no problem talking about it to news like everything else. But if they're just having this literal debate about the merits of Israel, I'm just like, this is boring me.
Yeah,
I would much rather Ian explain to me his latest bread recipe. That intrigues me.
Sourdough.
Like, so, do you have a starter?
Not yet.
See, that's the question. Like a mother dough.
This doesn't add up. You can't sit there and push that you don't care about Israel when you literally met with the fucking prime minister. That doesn't 2 + 2 doesn't equal 4. I'm not a smart guy, but 2 + 2 should equal 4, and it doesn't right now. Now, if you want to get into like 3 + 4 and 8 + 6, that's way over my head. But 2 + 2, I know what that equals.
Want to use it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You need a mother load.
You got if like, would you make a new mother dough and then pass it down to?
Yeah, you keep it in the
It's
cupboard.
infinitely more interesting than debating Israel.
Yeah, I knew a girl. It's a 4th generation mother dough. So her great grandmother put it together.
For real?
Yep. And this is intensely more fascinating than an Israel debate.
Yeah,
I can go into
already involved. The point is this. I don't mind having a debate over I don't mind discussing Israel's interests lobbying and all those things. It's just that it's every fucking second for these people. It's like,
yeah, you turn this on and he was like, the thing is something about, he doesn't like Trump. He likes him less than him. Trump. He does like Trump. He
Doesn't Ian have TDS? I think Ian has TDS.
doesn't like Trump. And I'm like, it's like a video game in my repertoire of 1,000 games that is real annoying that I don't want to play right now.
Somebody said in the chat, Jeremy, this is a dumb argument. Anyone in Tim's position would accept a meeting with a world leader for clout. Then don't tell me you don't care about Israel. Simple as that. You can't have a fucking meeting with the leader of Israel, the prime minister of Israel, and then claim you don't care about Israel and how I can't believe people want to talk to me about it. That's insane.
Talking about Trump. I know U.S. president politics, it's a big part of the world, but dear God, it is not the way to solve the problem.
I completely agree. He's not getting up on stage and saying tax policy has gone crazy, border security, Venezuela. He's saying Ben Shapiro, I don't like. And I'm looking at this like Ben Shapiro comes out and says,
Raph says, I don't understand any of this. Tucker Carlson met with Putin. What does that mean? Well, he met with Putin for a interview that's on camera that there's clearly a reason why they met. It wasn't something behind closed doors where no one knows what the point of it was. That's completely different.
Candace Owens, Tucker, Bannon, they're all bad. Did he call Megyn Kelly too? I think he did, right?
I don't know. I didn't see him.
And then they come out and they make fun of him. And I'm like, is this what? Listen, there's a lot of people at Turning Point that are like, I got no beef with Ben or Bannon. Jack is a good dude. He's a great friend. So I got no beef with the people at Turning Point. But guys, there's literally no organization here.
You know what they would do?
There was no one going, guys.
Tim, say it. Tim, say it with me. Female leadership bad. Just say it, Tim. Just say it. Female leadership bad. Come on, Tim.
Guys, whatever you do, we do not want you to go up on stage and just rag on each other. Send a positive message on what you believe and leave the drama outside, because it's not what Turning Point's about. No, instead, it's like it's WWE.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You guys.
Yeah.
You see
this
that?
is what they should do.
What have I been saying? There it is. If you met with Nick Fuentes one time, do you have to forever address everything he does for the rest of your life? Nick Fuentes is not a foreign leader of a country. Nick Fuentes is a fucking podcaster. Are you seriously trying to connect meeting with a podcaster versus meeting with a foreign leader? Holy shit. That's wild.
They want me, like, listen, okay, I'm sorry, Ian, but
no.
They first don't invite us, and then I say they're not inviting us. Then they try to invite us, but you really want me to sit there just listening to Bannon rag on Ben rag on Bannon, Tucker then go, he's so pompous. Guys, with respect to each and every one of you, because I got no beef, I literally don't care. Why?
Then why are you talking about it right now? You're talking about it because it gets you clicks, so clearly you care. Tim is spiraling, it seems like. Hey, I'm making a 11-minute video on a topic I don't care about, so I can tell you how much I don't care about this thing that I led off with. I think it's funny. I'm talking about it because it's funny. I'm talking about it because the conservative movement is full of frauds and phonies, and it has been, and it always has been, but it's gotten worse under Trump because Donald Trump is such a powerful entity that we have people that pretend to love Trump because it's financially beneficial to them. We have people that pretend to hate Trump because it's financially beneficial to them. You have people that only want to go to Mar-a-Lago and take pictures. You have people that don't actually like Trump or care about MAGA, but because of the clout and the influence that it brings them, they pretend to care about it. So watching this implosion at AmFest, to me, is funny. And by the way, Tim is one of these phonies and frauds that I'm talking about, because Tim Pool would have been, he jumped on that DeSantis bandwagon as soon as it started rolling. And he played the, I'm not sure if I want to support DeSantis or Trump. Fuck off. He was 100% playing the game to see, well, I'm gonna see which one of these guys pulls ahead before I put my support behind them. Again, me, as a person that lives in the state of Florida that has absolutely loved Ron DeSantis as governor, I, from the get-go, was like, under no circumstances do I support DeSantis for president in any way, shape, or form. It's Trump. It will be Trump. DeSantis stands no chance. End of discussion. There's no discussion to be had here. None. People like Tim Pool were like, oh, I'm not sure if Trump still got it in him. Go back and pull the tape. Pull the fucking tape. Not sure if Trump's got it. Not sure.
Why would I want to go and stand in an audience and listen to a speech by Bannon about Ben Shapiro? I don't care. It's just absolutely.
Mr. Bon Jangle says, Jeremy, if you don't care about Tim Pool, why are you watching videos about him? Because you run a YouTube. Do you want to know why I'm watching it? Because I'm a grifter. My entire channel was built off of grifting off of Tim Pool. This is exactly why I'm doing it. For the clicks, for the clout, for the content. Do you have any other questions? Would you like to ask why I live stream for super chats? Would you like to know why I've created so many channels for the revenue? Would you like to know why I've invested so much money into my website? Because it will eventually make me money. Do you have any other fucking questions for me? Would you like to accuse me of not knowing what I talk about? Is there anything else I can help you with? There's nothing you can say to me. I am a shameless piece of shit who doesn't give a fuck what you label me as. It doesn't matter. I only play Fortnite because people get mad about it. There's no other motivation other than trolling people at this point. Low effort. Zero research. Any other questions? I'm here to help. Back to grifting.
Absolutely insane. You know what my view of the infighting is? Boring.
What I want to see is Ben Shapiro on stage tomorrow, getting on, and then all of a sudden the mic drops, the fucking fireworks go off, and Bannon walks on stage like it is WWE, and everyone's like, "Whoa!" And then they debate.
He's got to do the strut like Vince McMahon.
Yeah, he needs a theme song.
And then they go at a pre-planned debate for them. They've had.
These guys are sounding more and more like me every single day. They're sounding just like me.
Pre-planned that they're going to do the debate.
But wait, then as Ben starts going like this and Bannon's walking up, you see Tucker jump out with his chairs. Boom!
Yeah. We need this. We need to reinvigorate the base. You know, make it fun.
Okay, I would totally come for that.
Yeah, I would do
if
that.
It was actually like that.
It's funny you guys compare all this to like professional wrestling, because it's like a lot of the times when I see this kind of infighting happening, now this happens in the sphere all the time. It happens politically, whatever the niche happens to be. But these guys, I'm meant to ask you this, Tim, is, do you think that these guys are doing this and they're agitating like this? Like, you could tell them, hey guys, go up there, be nice, have it, we need to form unity.
There's no boss.
There's no boss, right? Yeah. But do you think that even if they did that, would they still do it? Because those guys are there to appeal to their audience, to appeal to the people who are out there. Because if
this is what worries me, like, listen, man, I've told you, I really like JD Vance. I think JD Vance is awesome. I also think that it's easy to love JD Vance when Donald Trump is there taking all of the attention. But when Donald Trump is not taking all of the attention, what happens? That is something we have to be aware of. When Trump is taking all of the attention in the world, It's real easy to love JD Vance. And I'm not saying I won't love JD Vance even then. I'm just saying that, like, it's a different ball game when Trump is not in the picture anymore. It's a whole different ball game. Now, JD advanced is a whole different ball game. He can handle it. No doubt. No doubt. But look, this has gotten even worse. So, like, here's Megyn Kelly responds to Ben Shapiro because Ben Shapiro brought her up. This is on stage at a Turning Point event. I can't believe this.
You mentioned him, and your name came up on this stage last night in regards to pretty much all of this. Would you like the opportunity to respond?
Wait a minute. Quarter Black, what's that? You talking about this guy right here? Yo, that's the Manosphere dude I had to kick from FNT stream in Vegas? Really? This guy? Are you serious? I don't even know about this. If we're talking about the same person. I'm waiting for QB to respond. Let's see. Yeah, he showed up to the stream and walked into the studio. Really? That is crazy. I didn't even know about this. Was I there that year? That's funny as hell. A couple years back, was I there? There was one year I didn't go. So that's amazing. That's cool as hell. Ben is purposely trying. Yes, I was there. Really? All right, we'll have to talk about this later. I need more information on this. That's fucking hilarious. Pink Lady knows says Ben is purposely trying to destroy TPUSA, and they allowed him on anyway. I mean, I don't honestly look. You can say a lot of things about Ben Shapiro. One thing you can't take away from him is the dude is smart. Shapiro is smart and manipulative. So right here is Megyn Kelly responding.
Came up on this stage last night in regards to pretty much all of this. Would you like the opportunity to respond?
Well, I found it kind of funny that Ben thinks he has the power to decide who gets excommunicated from the conservative movement, which shows a willful blindness about his position in it. It reminded me a little of when...
But hold on here. Now, here's what's interesting is Megyn Kelly did a 15-minute episode on why she doesn't want to talk to Nick Fuentes. Yet she talked about Nick Fuentes for 15 minutes. But she did a whole show about why she doesn't want to platform him. Why I don't want to platform Nick Fuentes.
The girl who was the head of our middle school chorus told me she was going to take all my friends away from me. Chorus? A head cheerleader, maybe, but so I resent the whole thing. I object to the whole thing. Ben and I, he had the nerve to call me a friend right before he called me a despicable coward for not calling out the people he once called out.
Yeah, the audio does suck. The audio sucks. It's just a screen. They probably did a screen recording on it.
So he both wants to parent me and be my child. He wants to tell me what I have to do and who I have to say what to. And then when I don't, he and some of his friends want to act like utter victims because I won't do what they say. They need me. I have to be their daddy and step in to protect them. And I am not their daddy. And I resent that he thinks he's in a position to decide who must say what to whom and when. Thank you. So I don't think we are friends anymore. I've been a very good friend to Ben. Nobody knew who the heck Ben Shapiro was when I started putting him on my shows on the Fox News channel, and I helped make him a star. And I've been very, very good to Ben over the years.
Damn. She just said, I brought you into this world, Ben, and I can take you out.
And he's been good to me too. He just recently came on my tour, as did you. And I gave him the most kind introduction I could possibly give him because I know that he's losing subscribers a lot. And so I tried to do something nice for him by giving him a long 10-minute intro and personally vouching for him. And we mixed it up on Israel out on stage. It wasn't Israel because we're on the same place on Israel. We mixed it up over whether Tucker Carlson should be excommunicated from the conservative movement, which I do not believe. And thank you.
This is pathetic, but necessary. Because again, you need to understand that all of these people are not in it to win it. They're not in it to support MAGA. They're in it to get their own shows more elevated. They're in it to get the pictures at Mar-a-Lago. They're in it to get their podcast booth set up and get as many interviews as they can so they can get sponsorships and all of that shit. It's not about the movement. It's not about, supporting Trump and supporting MAGA. It never was for the majority of them. It just never was.
And when it was over, we hugged, said goodbye, and then we had a nice text exchange a couple days later saying our friendship was important to us. And the next thing I saw was him attacking me on stage last night as a coward. So that's not friendship. And I think that's fine with me, with friends like that.
So the pissing contest continues. You have James O'Keefe saying the conservative movement is infighting like crazy. But I saw it 3 years ago when I was removed from my own creation, ego, envy, greed, fear. It's within those around us. So you have, James O'Keefe talking about it and addressing it. Again, I think it's funny. You even have Candace Owens responding to Ben Shapiro. And by the way, before we get to that, Unicycle Peon, who I missed your super chats last time, and I do apologize, $50 on Rumble. Says JD Vance is a Trojan horse for big tech Israel lobby Wall Street group that has been running the GOP forever. Shapiro wants to drain the USA drive for Israel. Also, Rollo Tomasi is a pussy. Cheers. And then I know you had the typo or whatever. So I know that that's a theory that people like Fuentes have put out there. I don't know if that's the case or not. But I've heard that theory before. I just think that the most important, all I could do is call balls and strikes for what I see. And I just think people need to realize that when Trump is in the picture, everything else is going to be viewed in a different lens. When Trump is not at the forefront of this, everything changes. Look at how we viewed DeSantis when he was the governor. Oh man, DeSantis is awesome. Oh, DeSantis is great. DeSantis is, and then the moment that DeSantis goes up against Trump, it's like, bro, there's the reason that big fish, small pond. And then when that big fish goes into the real pond, it's a whole different ball game. So, thank you, Unicycle Peon. I appreciate it, brother. Let's go to Candace, who responds to little Ben.
I am done with it. This one is so fully off of the mother effing plantation. Truly, Ben Shapiro, fuck you and the midget horse that you rode in on.
Oh man, we got to hear that one more time. Hang on. Wait, is Jeremy an Israel-loving grifter? Let me check my bank account and I'll let you know. Nope, check hasn't come in yet. Nope. I'm on the anti-Israel side right now. So, no, I'm good. I do not support Israel. I do not want to go over there and touch the wall. I think anti-Semitism needs to be. Hold on a minute. Ding. Oh, all right. Mossad came in. Yep. Oh man, love Israel. Israel's great. Best place in the world. Can't wait to go see the wall. I can't wait. Nick Fuentes is terrible. Candace is bad. Ben Shapiro, greatest. So yeah, check went through. We're good. All right. There you have it. Continuing on.
And I say that on behalf of the world. I know you're going to get applauded by Konstantin Kisin and Andrew Christ is King Clavin and all of the people, the men who have to keep applauding what you do like you're a 4-year-old to make you feel good. But the rest of the world can't stand you. You're obnoxious. You have absolutely no values that exist outside of the Talmud. You describe yourself as a Talmudic Jew, and I've learned what's in that Talmud, and I encourage other people at home to learn what is in that Talmud so that you know what Ben thinks of you, because he doesn't just hate me, he hates you too, white men. He hates all Black people, okay? If he's following the rules of the Talmud, I mean, when I say hates,
Listen, you don't have to convince me at this point now. I mean, hey, hold on now.
they think that we're animals, that they have a right to own us, that they have a right to make us worship them, that they have a right to lie to us, that they have a right to sue us and take everything that we have, that they have a right to deceive us, that they have a right to treat Charlie the way that he treated Charlie while he was alive, only to then try to defraud the population into thinking that he is somehow a part of his legacy.
I will say there's something, again, I think Candace is out of her mind. I think she's, when I say I think she knows what she's saying, but through all of the bullshit that she's saying, there is one thing that is very, very interesting. All of these people that pretend how much they loved Charlie Kirk. And there are people that genuinely did love Charlie Kirk. Absolutely. But there's a lot of people that didn't care about Charlie Kirk, and now they're like, Charlie meant so much to me. Charlie was so important to me. Charlie was such an important figure. It's like, you didn't talk about him like that when he was here. You did not talk about him like that. It's a giant, yes, it's a giant virtue signal. I am seeing that so much. Again, and this is like when someone passes, you know, we tend to look at things differently and all of that. I looked at things differently when Charlie Kirk passed away. I was not a Charlie Kirk fan. I didn't like Charlie Kirk. I didn't watch Charlie Kirk. I didn't give a shit about Charlie Kirk. But, you know, after his horrific assassination in front of the world, obviously it's like you look and you're like, man, this guy actually was awesome and he was doing a lot of cool things. And, you know, it's awful what happened to him. And it makes you think, and then you see all the clips and you see like, oh man, this guy was smart. Okay, man, he was on point. But like these people are just like, I knew Charlie was going to be president one day. No one was talking about Charlie Kirk like he was going to be the fucking president when he was here. No one was saying that. Now everybody's like, he was going to be president. I knew it. Like, it's so weird, man.
That he somehow cared about Charlie Kirk and cares to protect the people that are working at Turning Point USA. Goodbye, Ben. Goodbye. Question is, how much more money is Ben Shapiro going to spend to make people think that he's popular? How many more articles is his
Holy shit. Damn. Now that is accurate, what she just said. I fell for it, and many others fell for it. This is what the Daily Wire did. The Daily Wire pumped so much money into Facebook marketing to create this illusion that Ben Shapiro was popular. And it essentially was because of the funding from the Daily Wire to give you this false impression that he was popular.
Father going to write under a pen name, Hank Berrien of the Daily Wire, under the pen name Hank Berrien, as he wrote while Ben was at Breitbart, before he turned his back and betrayed them too, because that is his nature. One of these belly creatures, sliver on. The question is, how many more weeks and years do we have to keep pretending like Ben Shapiro is relevant? It's an open-ended question. Of course, what followed Ben Shapiro on stage is somebody who Charlie Kirk loved very much and who he fought for to the very end against the Jewish donors who were pressuring him, some of them because Ben Shapiro insisted that they do. That is Charlie Kirk's true legacy, and that is...
No, I mean, I bought into the Ben Shapiro hype too. I'm not going to pretend I didn't. You know, I saw those like 2015, 2016, where he's like debating college kids and smacking them down, and you're like, damn, man, this guy's good. This guy's a great debater. Man, this guy's smart. Oh, he's sharp. Oh, he's boom, 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 boom. And then you realize how full of shit he really is.
Is Charlie Kirk's true friend, just as I was and am, and will continue to fight and ask questions about who killed Charlie Kirk. And to people that are at home, I implore you to wake up to these people who believe that they are contract lords. I challenge Black Americans to wake up to your true history, because your quarrel is not with white men, okay? Wake up to who publishes these books and keeps us warring with one another. Christians versus Christians, right? Christians versus Muslims. Wake up and learn the true history of slavery, because that wasn't exactly a white men sport, okay? Jewish people were the ones that were trading us. Jewish people were in control of the slave trade. They've buried a lot of it, but it's there and you can find it. I think all of us need to wake up to this, because it's making me absolutely sick that he is so bold that he dare sit near Charlie Kirk's chair, that he dare grace that stage when Charlie Kirk knew exactly.
I'm still convinced that Candace Owens was in love with Charlie Kirk. I will stand by that one. She comes off as a woman scorned. I think that's what this. I think Candace is jealous that she's not in Erica Kirk's position. That's where I'm at with this. And hey, man, let's have the cat fight. Like, I mean, it sucks that this is where we are. But at the same time, when I say it sucks, it's because Charlie Kirk, by every metric, seemed like a genuinely decent person. Now, again, in order to get people, these massive people that have massively deep pockets to invest in you, you've got to make some promises and you have got to dance a lot. There's a reason I can't get them to invest shit in me, because I'm not going to, like, I guess I don't know how to bullshit my way through it enough, but because I've had conversations with people, but I'm not good at it. I guess, I'm not good at the politically correct bullshit. Charlie Kirk, at a very young age, with not a huge following, convinced billionaires to invest in Turning Point USA. They don't do that out of the goodness of their heart. They absolutely don't. They do that because you're willing to do something for them. They do that because they have something more than money that they are looking to get out of this. And so I don't know what deals were made, but, you know, I mean, businessmen are businessmen, and business is business. But, you know, but with that said, based on everything we know about Charlie Kirk, he seemed like a really decent guy, and his legacy is being tarnished over women, pretty much. So Unicycle Peon says, Candace is crazy, but every time I've written her off, she cracks me the F up. Suddenly, I want to see what wild shit she might say. Separately, Erica Kirk gives me performance vibes. Hope I'm wrong. I mean, I don't disagree with either one of those things. I mean, again, I need everybody to understand, I'm watching this from an entertainment standpoint. I don't watch any of these conservative influencers by thinking that they care about anything other than themselves. They care about, and that's not inherently a bad thing either. They want to build their channels. They want to build their followings. They want to build their sponsorship. And that's what they're in it to do. Go for it. I'd watch this purely from an entertainment standpoint, nothing else. So Obi-Wan John for 20 says, Benny just had a better showing than others. I saw Benny Johnson was on. I actually had that pulled up when Benny was on. I hadn't seen. Oh, look who's on the stage, ladies and gentlemen.
And I'm literally sitting on the steps of the Capitol. I said, we have to stop this. This cannot continue. And so we did a discharge petition, and I have reached across the aisle, and I have gotten people that you wouldn't believe to sign on to this discharge petition because they understand the problems of this.
Look at the angle I had when I tuned in.
My own colleague, a Republican colleague, making a multi-trillion-dollar trade. It was in violation, insider trading, to be exact. And I looked at Tim Burchett, who's a representative from Tennessee. He's actually a really good guy. Yeah, we love Tim. Future of this nation. And yes, that will impact the future of this nation for the better, because everything that I laid out earlier.
Okay, I don't think anyone actually cares what she's saying. Yeah, so I know Benny was on a little bit earlier, and I didn't get a chance to listen to him, but I did bookmark something with him and Greg Gutfeld that I wanted to go back and listen to. Benny's a phenomenal public speaker, and he tends to try to stay out of the pissing contest that's been going on lately, so I'm sure he did a good job. Benny knows the game. He's good at what he does. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure says, hey, Jeremy, have you been keeping up the quartering? He's been covered by Keno Casino now. What happened to that dude? He's fallen off hard. I mean, I know Keno's been roasting him. I don't know particularly what's been going on per se, but I've been seeing some of the stuff they're saying. Zinni Biscuit for 10 says, for the longest time, I thought Princess Diana was a teen and passed from self-deletion because her nickname was D.I.? I could care less about any royals beside Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand the royal family stuff. I don't understand why people care about that or into it, but people love that shit, dude. People love it. Zinni Biscuit says, where's Jeremy? I hear him, but I don't see him. Oh, because the camo. Wizard Man says, roll tide. Where's those pigtails at? I already did it. Dude, I'm seriously I think I'm going to cut this hair tomorrow. Like, look at this. Look at this. This is ridiculous, man. I think we're going to cut the hair. ACC says, yeah, but Mickey Mouse Christmas without his, I don't know what you're saying there. I don't know if it's like a word I shouldn't be saying or what. Schroes Goat says, Trump backing Tony Gonzalez is a massive L. ACC says, haha, have you seen my... Dude, you can spend more than $2 if you want me to say some shit that might, get me in trouble. Z-Herb says, the quartering is embarrassing, to be honest. Look, man, quartering, Jeremy's always had my back when I've needed anything. So, but I tend not to watch his stuff because his videos are pretty boring. But Jeremy is a person. He's always been a good dude. Brian Stewart says, so that's a no on AmFest, but what about Grift Fest? I would show up to Grift Fest. 100%. Kate, for 20, says, thank you everyone for the thoughts and prayers. My fur baby surgery went better than expected. Mage IDOT. It's been a while since we've seen Sabaton. Just saying. Well, first of all, happy to hear that. Okay, happy to hear that. Good to hear that your fur baby surgery went good. We're always happy when the animals are in great shape. D-Day Pierce says, hope you like the pick. Jeez, that's rough. Garfield's Bizarre Adventures. MJ settled for millions in that first accusation case. Teehee. What are you thinking? What are you talking about? We always cared about the Epstein cover-up. We told them to release the list during Trump's first term and during Biden's. Nobody gives a shit about the Epstein stuff, dude. Don't get caught up in the internet narrative. Like, nobody cares. Epstein stuff does not turn the needle. It just doesn't. Doesn't mean you can't care about it, but nobody cares. Like, that's not going to win or lose elections. It's just not. And it's been proven that people just don't fucking care. The internet, there's a people on the internet care, but that's about it. Like, the voters don't care. The voters care about affording groceries. They care about gas prices. They care about being able to buy a fucking house. Nobody gives a fuck about Epstein, generally speaking. They just don't. You know why Thomas Massey talks about it? Because him and a bunch of loser libertarians are good at making people think that this thing's important, but generally nobody fucking cares. Dan Bongino and Cash Patel kept bringing it up, remember? Oh, you mean Dan Bongino, the guy with the #1 podcast on the internet, talking about something that's relevant to the internet, pretending that he cared about it, only to get in office and not care about it? That Dan Bongino? You just made my fucking case. Dan Bongino pretended to care about the Epstein stuff, and he said what everybody on the internet wanted him to say, and it made him the #1 podcast. And the moment that motherfucker got in a position to do something, he did nothing because he was only working the algorithm. And you fell for it thinking he fucking cared because he knew what the talking points were. So he sat there and passionately talked about it every fucking day. Oh, guys, this is important. We got to do. And then he gets in the fucking position and doesn't do a damn thing. That's your hero. Ryan L says, sooner born, sooner bred. Something. I wish I was dead. Y'all better win it all now. Got Indiana next, so we'll see. By the way, Anna Paulina Luna is objectively fucking hot, dude. Like, no bullshit. Like, this is the one thing the internet can agree on. She's hot. I mean, there's just nothing. Like, what? She's hot as fuck. Grindodrome says, these files suck. Where is Gillian Anderson? Dragon Dance says, I hope we don't end up losing Rush Hour 4. If that's the case, does that mean Chris Tucker got fired on his day off? Packy Proton says, how's Bill Clinton doing these days? Anyone seen Hillary? Yeah, that Big Willie style was the main person that kind of got exposed with the whole Epstein drop the other day. He was the main person. So again, what did we learn? We learned that Bill Clinton's a creep. Man, no one thought that before yesterday. No one thought that. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure says, hopefully Jeremy will come to the realization that all world leaders, including Trump, are just pawns in the chessboard. Here's more money. I appreciate it. Thank you. I know we disagree, and that's fine, but I appreciate it. Let's see here. Pack Protesters, I think none of them are MAGA. 85% of the conservative commentators are either left grifters or riding the tide. Yeah. This is true. So Garfield's Bizarre Adventure says, Ben was a never Trumper until Donnie acknowledged Jerusalem as Israel's capital and increased annual funding by $3 billion to nearly $4 billion. Your Barmy says, Tim stole Jeremy's Mossad money. Garfield's Bizarre Adventures says, just remember that universal health care and free college are socialism. Unless Israel does it, then America needs to fund it. Pay up, America. Z-Herb says, the anti-Israel crowd are just as worried about foreign country as the pro-Israel people. Changed my mind. That is true. Right there. 100% true. Packy Protons says, in case you've never seen it, Interstellar theme by Anna Lapwood on an original instrument. I can't click the link right now, but I guarantee you I've seen it because I've watched so much Interstellar shit on YouTube, so I probably have seen that one. Laughing Hafren for 20 says, forgot to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Right now, I'm icing up right now, so my muscles stop screaming at me. Gonna play some games tonight, possibly doing anything games, so if you're spare room, I can join. I don't know what we're doing tonight. We'll just have to see, but you know what game it'll be if I do play games. You know what it'll be. Based MFK says, love your work, Fig. I'm on watch during the holidays for the spicy sadness, but blessed to have Trump, who got us paid during the shutdown, and Warrior Dividend. Hooyah, you mullet-faced Fig. Well, first of all, thank you. I appreciate it, and I'm glad that we can show you some entertainment. And I'm sure things are looking pretty good on this stream for the first time in a long time. Not because of me, but so we should just replay her talking on repeat while I'm talking. I think the views will go up. Don't you think? I think so. I Candy says, Merry Christmas, everyone. God bless our country. God bless President Trump. God bless the 199. Vault 95 says, Timmy is fake and neutral, and Ian is his stoner buddy. Let's see. Garfield's Before Adventure says, I don't want Israel receiving my tax dollars no more than the EU, Ukraine, Japan, Korea. Let them pay for their own defense. We are trillions in debt. I mean, yeah, I don't, I know you don't like Israel, Garfield's Bizarre Adventure. I know. That's a big deal to you. I know. But I don't care. Little Jim's Halo says, grift tax. Andrew says, what? Jeremy's a grifter, unsubscribed. Air to D Empire says, no principal tax. Mark Andre Royce says, wait, where's she going? What? She's leaving? Come on. Damn it. Now it's boring and I'm ugly. There's nothing to look at now. We could rewind. Who's next? That silhouette looks like JD Advanced. Am I right? Doesn't that person look like JD Advanced? Look at that. Tell me that doesn't look like JD Advanced right there. Come back, JD Advanced. We got Forest Through the Trees for 50s, as none of these con talking heads can shoulder a fraction of the load that Trump has. Therefore, why listen to them? Their egos have run rampant for far too long. The quicker they are ignored, the quicker they fade from self-proclaimed relevance. Well, I do listen, I think that there's something to be said about ignoring them, but I also think that when they are so prominent, I think, because right now, nobody that's talking about this is going to call Turning Point out because they all want to be in Turning Point's good graces. They all want to be invited. They all want a seat at the table. They all want to be acknowledged. I don't fucking care. Who cares? They all want to, get an interview with Trump. They all want to get an interview with, his team. I don't. So who's this guy? Why are you on my screen? Riley Gaines kind of annoys me, but she's better to look at than that guy. So Laughing Hammer says, well, if you don't have a fourth, hit me up. I don't mind playing. I just need to update. So I'll do that now, or just in case. God bless you. Stay safe, man. Appreciate you, man. Let's see here. Mark Andres says $2 to scratch that grift itch. Thank you. D-Day Pierce says Dems will, let's see, stab you in the front, but Republicans will stab you in the back to look good in the eyes of the Democrat every time. That might be the most accurate statement that anybody has said all stream. Dems will stab you in the front, but a Republican will stab you in the back to look good in the eyes of the Democrat every time. Yep. 100% on point right there. John Orchard says, grifter support. Mossad told me to do this. Please don't tell. Haha. Olympian Product says, I labeled Jeremy as cute. What? Brian Stewart says, Mario Kart win. Gold shrooms only, basically 250cc. That is pretty much what that would be. Zinni Biscuit says, the stuff going on makes me want to get a time machine with some Sam Adams and popcorn and go watch Hamilton and Jefferson duke it out. It is pretty embarrassing. Okay, there's some more stuff we want to talk about. So give me a minute to pull this up. Right here. Okay. Geez. Oh, check this out. Okay, check this out. There's been a lot of discussion around Christmas movies. I saw a theory that I thought was crazy, okay? But you know what? It's not as crazy as I initially thought, all right? Look at this right here, okay? Check this out.
Have you heard about Jesus and Home Alone? The character.
No, like he's in Home Alone.
In it. He makes an appearance.
Symbolically. Old Man Marley is the symbol of Jesus. The first time we see the old man, what is he doing?
He's salting the sidewalk.
He's out serving the people. The second time he shows up is when Kevin's kind of doing this outward talking to himself, almost like a prayer, right? And he's saying, I'm not afraid anymore. Who shows up? Old Man Marley shows up. He runs away because he's scared. That's rejection number 2. Now, the third time, this is when it gets really good. The third time we see him, the old man shows up in the convenience store when Kevin's trying to buy the toothbrush. He is signaled by a bell, and the bell represents
An angel gets its wings.
so he's been symbolized with heavenly things. The old man shows up, puts his hand on top of the counter. We see a shot through the glass of his palm.
Hold on.
Look at this.
Could this be? Why didn't I see this before? This changes everything.
We see his palm, bloody. Rejection number 3. Now it's becoming almost undeniable who Marley represents. The next time we see him, Kevin is in the church and he sees Old Man Marley. Now, this is so amazing. While the choir is singing Oh Holy Night, they sing Fall on Your Knees. What does the old man do? He stands up because he is to be worshipped. He is not the worshiper. Then there's a long beat. The choir says, oh, hear the angels' voices. And it's the first time the old man speaks in the film. And he says, Merry Christmas. They have this wonderful conversation that we'll talk about in a minute. But it ends with Old Man Marley shaking Kevin's hand. And we see a tight shot of a Band-Aid on the back of his hand. So now we've seen the front that's been damaged. And we see the back. So we know that he has been pierced through.
It's all true.
Now fast forward to the end of the movie. Kevin's called the cops.
I'm calling the cops.
He runs into the neighbor's house. He goes down into the basement. Here we see the hero's journey. Kevin is reborn. He literally runs through water and arises up, becoming a new creature. The bad guys catch him and they hang him. Another symbol. And who saves Kevin?
Marley.
Literally the savior of Kevin. And he represents Jesus in Home Alone. Now we go to the very end of the movie. Kevin's looking through the window, through the falling snow, beautiful music, and we see Old Man Marley hugging his son. Earlier, from the conversation at the church, the old man is lamenting. He's saying,
I'm not welcome with my son.
now we have reconciliation with God and his children. That is the Christmas story. And this is one of the many, many reasons, dude, that I just love movies. Symbols and parables hidden in plain sight for all to see, and a filmmaker who uses that power for good. I think it's a beautiful thing. Jack. So what do you think, man?
I mean, I don't know. It's nice, Zane. It is a nice thought.
The editing of this video is fantastic, by the way. So, I love this theory. Do I think it's a stretch, a reach? Yes. But I can see where he's coming from with it. I love it. I think this is a great video and a great breakdown. Home Alone is my favorite Christmas movie and one of my favorite Christmas movies, or my favorite movies. But yeah, man, very, very good. Good theory. I do appreciate how in-depth that one was. So, and the editing was just so damn good. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Okay, next up on the list. Identity politics is a cancer. Identity politics will always be cancer. And there's no bigger person that pushes identity politics than ESPN's Ryan Clark. Former NFL football player Ryan Clark. Listen to this nonsense.
I'm tired of being musically profiled in Ubers. It's a Sunday. Go to walk my son's dog. Get in the Uber. Just some regular, light, I think it was like pop or something was on. Man, as says hello, doesn't even ask me. He just changes the radio. First song, All Eyes on Me by Tupac. That's not even one of the songs I listen to from that album.
What do you got? What do you got against Tupac? Are you racist, Ryan Clark? What's wrong with Tupac? You see, this is you never play the game with these people that are obsessed with identity. Because these are the same people that tell you that they want representation. We want representation. We want to be acknowledged. So then you play their game. Then they accuse you of being racist because you play their game.
Then he plays Many Men, right? 50 Cent. Right now, I'm starting to realize there's a theme. Then he hit me with the Stay Scheming. Bro, you got to go pull Stay Scheming way off the pack for Ross and Drake. And I had enough when it got to Not Like Us. Like, you totally profiled me and said, this is the music this guy's like. And now I'm watching his lips as he lip sync because it's not even the edited version. And listen, bro, Continuum, all-time album. Why can't I listen to John Mayer? Songs About Jane, classic. Maroon 5. Hell, Between the Pines, Sam Hunt. I know a little, now there ain't enough smoke in my eyes to hide the kind of games you trying to play. Like, what about that? Chris Young, You. That's like one of my favorite songs. The bluest skies don't seem so blue. Like, that is a classic. Beautiful Crazy. I mean, a day starts with a coffee and ends with I know country. So you mean to tell me you could have went, what was that, Nora Jones, Come Away With Me. Hell, the Hamilton soundtrack, Wicked. Listen to all that. You go straight there. And it was a Sunday, bro. Couldn't put no Kurt Franklin on. Like that. I don't like a Kurt Franklin guy. Yolanda Adams, John P. Like, none of those people ring a bell to you, and maybe I want to listen to them. So yeah, so Uber people, Uber drivers, just turn around. Hey man, do you like this music? What music would you want to listen to? But please, or if you're gonna go Tupac, like, give me Against the World for something subtle and
So now you're saying it's not that he played a Tupac song, it's that he played the wrong Tupac song. So holy shit, bro. So now you're like upset because, hey, he played Tupac All Eyes on Me when he could have played Me Against the World Tupac. And that wouldn't have been racist if it was Me Against the World, but because he played All Eyes on Me, holy shit.
Insane and chill. Don't go all eyes on me. Or if you're going to do that, give me Ambitious as a Rider. Like, let me really get hype on it.
What? Listen, I think we'll just leave it to Mr. Fuentes, okay? As your if you real estate agent, this is you talking to your real estate agent.
And I will tell you this as plainly as possible. I don't want to live around black people. I just don't. It would be irresponsible if I had a wife and kids to live near black people. It just would be. And I will tell
fucking Ryan Clark. I can't stand Ryan Clark. And the fact that, like, I am a huge fan of Tupac and his music. And the fact that he had to get nitpicky over Tupac is insane. It's crazy. Let's see. Stifler's dad says, did Rolo really try to get on Fenty? I don't know. Taters Vivo says, Rolo Tomasi has said being a stepdad is a cuckold behavior. He's a weirdo. Brian Stewart says that they're irrelevant without Charlie, so they farm drama. Stifler's dad says that MLD sends his regards to Rolo. I don't even know who this guy is. Heir to the Empire says that Mossad tax. Little Jim Taylor says Mossad check tax. Nips Litter says, are anti-Israel people really serious or joking? Oh, they're serious. Anti-Israel people are serious as hell. Like, they are very serious and very much want you to take them seriously. And if you don't take them seriously, you're paid for by Mossad and Israel. So, Too Tired says, Rush actually had an excerpt on his show about Charlie Kirk, said he saw future president in him, that he had the presence about him, said to watch his future. I remember when Rush Limbaugh said that. All I'm saying is that there was nobody that was building Charlie Kirk up to be the number one man in all of conservative influence and media when he was still alive. He was viewed as an important piece of the puzzle, but nobody was viewing him as this single most important entity in conservative media. They just weren't. Let's see. East Coast Toast Boy says, I thought Candace was wearing a hijab there for a second. Dear Lord, she would, though, maybe despite Israel or the Jews or something. I don't know. Ehab says, but if you cut your hair, Big Mike won't have anything to grab onto. He'll have to go back to Meek or worse, Beardo. Dark Red Knight says, Asma's starting to lean into Trump being guilty in terms of the e-files. Well, listen, Asmongold's never been a Trump supporter. He is very good at leaning into MAGA and leaning into it enough to make it seem like he's on the side of it. But Asmongold has never, ever been true MAGA. And he's never claimed that he was. But he's very good at pretending that he's close to it. Incoherent Name says, the file release redacted Maxwell's giant milkers. I demand Trump be impeached over this. Golden Nugget says, man, she's gross. How can you even like that? Oh, yeah. What's going on at the TPUSA event? Let's see. Okay. Okay, here we go. Well.
Really hard. It's a big sacrifice
go.
for the family, but I'm doing it
There we
because
go.
it's the right thing to do. Because right now we need young leaders.
There's her intro. Zachary says, why is Tucker defending Islam so much? He has been very disappointing post-Trump getting elected. I just don't trust any conservative pundit anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's up to these days. I have no idea. Taters Vivo says, I love out of context. Yes, Garfield, I already know you don't like Israel. That's pretty damn funny. That's pretty damn funny. Solo Felix says, Rollo left TNME to try to get on FNT. Fresh Pony says, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Hail the 199. No, it's not. Darth Gavel says, where is my Mossad checks man? And then Merry Christmas, Jeremy and chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Stop trusting people. Why are people still putting their faith in people? I don't know how to answer that question. I'm not sure. I don't know. Okay. Back to this. And I do, what is this one right here? What is this? So talking about Barry Weiss.
Erica Howard. Erica Kirk barely knows Barry Weiss. Barry doesn't know anything about Erica. Barry Weiss has never been to a Turning Point event. Do you guys remember her here? Standing up for what we believe in when Charlie was alive? I don't remember her standing up for our principles. I don't remember her defending Charlie the many times he was called a racist or an anti-Semite. I really don't remember that at all. What I do remember is she had Erica Kirk come on one town hall in which Barry Weiss tried to play both super important VIP executive and super fabulous star anchor at her new network CBS. Pro tip, Barry, that's no way to win friends at your new organization, to try to steal all the hosting abilities of the on-air talent. So good luck with that. And what she did when she had
crazy.
Erica Howard. Erica.
What is happening at Turning Point USA, dude? This is a train wreck. Absolute train wreck. It's embarrassing. I did see this right here from Cackling Kamala.
You see, my phone is actually on my lap, and you know, I know I've been teased about this, but I like these kinds of ear pods that have the thing, because I served on the Senate Intelligence Committee. I have been in classified briefings, and I'm telling you, like, don't be on the train using your ear pods and thinking somebody can't listen to your conversation. I'm just telling you, that's a little bit more secure.
So you roll those 100 calls. Yeah. You roll those 100 calls in just a couple of
Holy crap, dude. We almost had a President Kamala. Are you kidding me? Yep. That's how bad it could have been. Whew. Here is Scott Jennings talking about the Epstein files.
Pictures of Donald Trump with Epstein as well. So, I mean,
not
we
a
should
shred of evidence about
Well-
Donald Trump at any time doing anything untoward.
Nor a shred of evidence about Bill Clinton
Democrats
doing
have
anything
tried to
untoward.
sell a narrative this year that
It's
this
not
is a
the-
story about
Let me-
Trump and
you know what?
Epstein,
It's
and
not
it's
the
going to
Bill
blow up
Clinton
in their
story.
face.
I just want to get away
not
from
the
the
Bill
talking
Clinton
points
story.
and actually talk about the facts right now.
It's not
The
a talking
entire-
point.
it is a
Your
talking
president,
point.
Bill Clinton, is in
Let
is in a
me-
pool with some people
I-
that have their faces
let-
blurred out.
And you know what? And I think that if there are photos of any politician or anybody who is potentially friends with Jeffrey Epstein and was around these minors, I think they should release the photos of all of them, whether they are Democrats or Republicans. The reality
No,
pictures of
This is so funny to watch them just spiral over this. You guys wanted it. You guys asked for it. Now it's here. And you don't really want to talk about what we're seeing. You don't want to talk about the fact that Bill Clinton is the prominent person. Go for it, man. You know, like, yeah, you asked for it now. It doesn't look like it's going very well for them. Oh, this is cool right here. Okay, I didn't know this happened. Benny Johnson and Jack Posobiec just brought out Jeannie, the Target worker who was berated for wearing a Charlie Kirk shirt. Now, this is cool right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is that music?
The most wonderful time.
This is what the event should be. Not a bunch of idiots in a pissing contest fighting over each other.
With the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time.
That's awesome. So I don't know how many of you did not, like, I'm sure most of you saw it, but this lady was wearing a Charlie Kirk shirt at Target, and a feminist lunatic just went off on her, recorded her and screamed at her and tried to get her fired. It was absolutely insane. And she was the sweetest woman in the world. She was so sweet about it.
It's the happiest season of all. With those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the happiest season of all.
That's pretty cool.
There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales.
Benny, I hope you don't mind, but I brought a special guest to come celebrate AmFest with us.
Oh, you mean America's Target grandmother?
Grandma Jeannie is in the house.
And wearing the famous Charlie Kirk red Target shirt.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now that you like to see. And that's what this event should be more of. But when you let little Ben Shapiro lead off by taking shots at people, what do you expect? What do you expect is going to happen? But yeah, shout out to Benny and for Jack Posobiec, who doesn't like me, by the way. Posobiec doesn't like me, but that's okay. I still like him. But he doesn't like when he gets ratioed by me on Twitter. But shout out to them for putting that together. That is super, super cool. Love to see that. Let's see. Dr. Gordo says, Merry Christmas to you and the chat. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's easy to do. What is? Bringing her out? I mean, I agree that that's a fairly easy thing that they did, but no one else did it but them. All right. So, hey, listen. You guys deserve the entertainment, okay? Now, I know for a fact that this chat in particular and the entire internet has been asking to hear Brett Baer rapping. So here you have it.
America, we love you, and we rock and roll to the summer sun. We can rock to 101 years old. I don't mean to brag, I don't mean to boast, but I like hot butter on my breakfast toast. Rock it out, baby bubba to the boogie, and bang bang the boogie to the beat. So unique. Come on, everybody, dance to the beat. I was walking home late, dark afternoon. Reporter stopped me for an interview. Said she's heard stories and she's heard fables. Vicious on the mic and the turntables. This young reporter I did adore. So I rocked the vicious rhyme like I never did before. She said, damn, fly guy, I'm in love with you. Cast on the ledge, you must have been true. I said, by the way, baby, what's your name? Said, I go by the name Lois Lane. And you can be my boyfriend, you surely can. Let me put my voice called Superman. He listen, I do suppose, flying through the air, your pantyhose may be very sexy or even cute, but he looks like a sucker in a blue and red suit. I said, hip, hop, a heaven, a hip, hip, a hop, you don't stop a rocket to the bang, bang, boogie, up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to me.
Normal man for 50 says, stop it, show some humanity. Is this is this a new grift? If this is a new grift, every time we don't get enough super chats, instead of like talking down to the audience like DSP, I just threaten you with Brett Baer rapping videos. I like it. I like it a lot. I see a new grift in our future, ladies and gentlemen. I am okay with that. Drakon says, can we close out with CobraCast Christmas tonight? Send me the link because I don't have it. But yes, we can close out with that tonight. What's up, man? Thank you for the 20. Captain JP says, Granny did more good for Charlie Kirk than anyone in TPUSA since Charlie Kirk died, and all she did was get yelled at by some crazy lady. Honestly, you are 100% correct. You are 100% correct. That is a sad, sad reality of where we are, but that is true. Unicycle Peon for 10 says we had, genocides and sonnets, tyranny and enlightenment. I've never known whether humanity deserved to live or die, but that rap has answered the question. The sad thing is, there's more Brett Baer rap videos out there. I regret to inform all of you, there are more Brett Baer rap videos out there. I'm not gonna use them tonight. I'm not threatening you tonight, but I'm telling you that they could be in the near future. By the way, I want to confirm something really quickly before I tell you. So let me go to TPUSA, their YouTube channel. Okay. Now here's something that's very interesting. Okay. Oh, they did. Okay, they did put it up. Well, hold on. How long was Ben Shapiro's speech? Maybe they did it. Yeah, okay. So right here, I saw people posting this. Ben Shapiro got a standing ovation. Where is his speech? So they didn't have Ben Shapiro's speech uploaded to the Turning Point USA YouTube channel. But now I see it. But it's after Tucker Carlson's was uploaded. Ben's was before Tucker. But they only have 8 minutes of it. And didn't he have a 20-minute speech? Did they edit some of it out?
To the Turning Point chapter at JMU. I have a question. How do you balance telling the truth with delivery and speaking to people who disagree with you?
So I think obviously
they cut out the part where he was going off on everyone, and they only uploaded the portion where he's taking questions. Very interesting. So Turning Point didn't upload Ben's full speech where he called everybody out. Very interesting. Wonder why. Yeah, this exit page, just exit page. I don't know what the hell's going on. So hang on. Got to reshare my screen here. You guys will like this share. Boom. Okay. Who's there? I know we're going to fast forward for a minute. Let's see who's on. Oh, Tulsi's out there. Nobody's going to be mad about that. She's live right now. So isn't JD Vance supposed to speak tonight? Isn't he like the keynote or whatever? I think. I'm not sure. TJ says, make it stop, for the love of God, make it stop, tax. Jackson says, I was digging the groove. Hey, man, he's got some, Brett Baer's got some moves, man. Ludacris for 50 says, I don't care what Frank Gore says. I get my politics from a homosexual man, though he is bald and gay. At least it isn't as late as Gary. Thanks for being the guy to keep us on time. Thank you for the $50 super chat. I appreciate it, man. The fact that anybody cares about anything I have to say in terms of politics, that tells you how bad the influencer world is, because it's bad. It's really bad. And there's not a lot of good choices out there. So I guess I'm one of the choices that people choose to check out for some reason. But I do appreciate it, man. Mark of Reality says, if a shred of evidence that made Donald J. Trump look bad existed in the Epstein files, it would have been released 10 years ago and repeated daily. 1,000%. Like, that's just the truth right there. And everybody knows it. And this is why when people are constantly talking about this, it's a bunch of libertarians and a bunch of DeSantis bros that are talking about it, because anybody with common sense knows that this is what they would have been doing. Gaming stream tonight, probably, but it might be later. I'm not exactly sure yet. So I got a couple things to do. Let's see what the score. What's the score in the game? Oh yeah, Ole Miss is crushing Tulane. Ole Miss is crushing them. So, and right here. Did you guys? A new Trump meme had dropped, by the way. If I can find it, give me just a second to find this. So Trump did his speech yesterday. I did not watch the speech, but I saw some clips from the speech, and Trump doing what Trump does. Here we go, right here. Trump's economic speech. This is Trump's economic speech.
I had these animals trying to attack me at Mar-a-Lago. They went into my wife's closet, and I'll say this, number one, it's very bad, but it sounds a little strange. They looked at her drawers. You have drawer, and then you have drawer. They looked at both. And she's a very meticulous person, like these people. It's just like she'd fit into your group very well. She'd be very happy with her, but everything is perfect. Her undergarments, I sometimes referred to as panties. Are folded, perfect, wrapped. They're like so perfect. I said, that's beautiful. It's the part of the world she came from. Everything was perfect, no problem. Fold, fold, fold. I think that she steams them, make sure. Just that He came home. I wasn't there when the raid took place. A raid of a popular president, a former president. She opened the drawers and it was not that way. They were a mess. It was all over the place.
The dude truly does not think about what he's saying. He just doesn't care. Holy crap, man. Freaking hilarious. That's our Trump though. That's what he does. Let's see. Okay, so we are gonna, the crowd is so confused. Yes, they are very, very, they're like, what is happening? What is he talking about? Why is he talking about this? And then you realize, oh, that's just Trump. That's just what he does. Oh yeah, Alec Baldwin's finger. This is important, everybody. Alec Baldwin's finger for proper 199 and says, Happy Jessica. Today is her actual birthday. It's her actual birthday. And I will confirm that for all of you. Okay? Right here. Okay? Hang on. So right here, her on Twitter, Happy Jessica to me. It's actually her birthday. I know that you guys think we celebrate her birthday every single day, but in fact, it is her actual birthday today. So you guys should go and check her out. Give her a follow on Twitter. And she's also a writer for geeksandgamers.com. So, but yes, happy Jessica. It's finally true. It's finally true. The one day that you can actually say, Mouse Potato says, I'm not falling for it. Says, I'm not falling for it. This is the one day I won't wish her a happy Jessica. This is the one day you won't. You're like, I'm not doing it today. Not falling for it. She's gotten to a point where people won't actually they won't actually wish her happy birthday on her real birthday. They're like, I'll do it every single day. But not today. Look at that. Ludicrous. Birthdays last for a month for $200. Holy crap. Birthdays last for an entire month. So, Jessica, now it's your birthday month. I think it's your birthday year. That's why we say Happy Jessica every single day, because technically it's your birthday year. I like where Ludacris is going with this. So see that, ABF? It's your birthday year. That's our logic. So we had a proper $199 and a $200. That's how, remember when Jay and Beardo, they basically were like, yeah, so my birthday's next month, so I'm doing a pre-celebration for my birthday. So then people would start celebrating their birthday the month before. Then they would celebrate their birthday the entire month. And then they would do a post-birthday celebration. She says, I don't do that. That's how I need to start doing it. You know what's funny? So for some reason, I don't know why, I don't really use Facebook. I use Facebook Messenger. But for some reason, today is listed as my birthday on my Facebook page. So people are on my timeline wishing me a happy birthday. But I'm like, it's not my fucking birthday. But everybody's wishing me a happy birthday on Facebook. I'm not even kidding. Look at this shit. Am I signed into Facebook on here? I am not. Let me see if I can get into Facebook. Well, just log me in. Yes, my real birthday's in March. Wait, no, that's not it. Let me see. I'm signed into a different one, so see if I can find it. Is there a public profile? Okay. But it's not showing my about section. Damn it, I don't know how to sign into this Facebook account. So this is like my public one, but it won't let me actually oh shit, I didn't realize okay. Anyway, no, I can't show you because I don't know how to sign into it. But yeah, December 20th is listed as my birthday on my Facebook page, and I don't know why. But it is this is my birthday year, just like it's Jessica's birthday year. So there you have it. Grant says, Merry Christmas, Big D. Santa hasn't come yet, but I did. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Dracon says, Kate is mad at me. Guess we need to do a poll. Christmas cast versus Sabaton. You know what? We could probably just do both. Why not? Why not? Crazy Clown Town says, so we super chat every day wishing her a happy birthday until it's her next birthday. Yes. Those are the rules. Alec Baldwin's finger made it up, not me. ABF made it up, not me. So you can't get mad at me if he's the one that said to do it. And you may be asking yourself,
who the fuck is Alec Baldwin's finger?
But he's the one that said we have to do it. So you got to deal with him on that one. D-Day Pierce says, this meme was all my fault. Look at you. Look at your accomplishment right there. But yeah, I think we will be wrapping up here soon. Not yet, because I have something else to talk about as I'm promoting Jessica's Twitter account there. Make sure you go follow her. She's awesome. Right here, is this it? Okay, this is one. All right. So Trump went nuclear on Ilhan Omar, calling her out about lying about her son being detained by ICE. Here we go, right here. Oh my God, I can barely hear.
Ilhan Omar should be sent out of our country. She should allow that to happen.
Can't hear him.
Ilhan Omar should be sent out of our country. She should not be allowed to be a congresswoman. She married her brother either to stay or to get him into the country. And yesterday she, I guess, made up a story. She said the police attacked her son. They stopped the car and the police said, we never attacked him. We never stopped. It was a made-up story. She's a con person. She's full of con. She says zero. She said,
You probably can't hear him, but he said she's a con person. She's full of con. What does that even mean, Trump? What does that mean? She's a con person. She's full of con. X audio does suck. It's very bad. Right here. So Mick Foley, the hardcore legend Mick Foley, slams Trump and leaves WWE over Trump relationship. Here you go.
I was thinking about calling you a douchebag in this interview. And then I thought that's a pretty strong word. Trump might come after me. And I made the decision not to call you a douchebag, even though you are one. The Undertaker is correct in saying Donald Trump made politics fun again for about 3 weeks in 2016. What frustrates me the most is that so many good, hardworking American people cannot see through such an obvious con man who is only out for himself. They don't always have time to go home and do their research. Look up the data. See how many times Donald Trump has failed to pay his contractors and workers over the last 30 years. Words are cheap, and he lies almost every time he opens his mouth. But you know what he's not lying about? When he talks about coming after the enemy within. The enemy within. Who is that? It could be anyone. It could be me.
Nothing makes me happier than to know that I am hated by people like this. I find so much joy knowing that people like Mick Foley hate me over having an opinion. I have all the respect in the world for Mick Foley for what he did in the world of professional wrestling. This dude did things that nobody else was doing. Unbelievable stuff. The Hell in the Cell match was The Undertaker. Everything he did as Dude Love and, Mankind, all of that. Absolutely incredible. I loved his cheap pops. He would go, say they're in Pittsburgh. He goes, "It's great to be here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania." And you get these cheap pops. He was great. But TDS will destroy the greatest of the greats. We've seen it time and time and time again. And Mick Foley is just another example of that. Mr. Sacco, yes. So yeah, I love knowing that people like him hate me because I have an opinion. And I don't apologize for that at all. And I also think that it normalize not giving a fuck what people like this have to say. Normalize that, because he's essentially, in the nicest, most passive-aggressive way possible, he's telling you he's smarter than you. That's what he's saying. He goes, people don't have time to do their research, and they're good people, and they're good, hardworking, decent people, but they just don't have time to do their research. He's saying you're stupid. He's saying you're an idiot, and he's smarter than you because you like Trump and he doesn't. Therefore, you're stupid. He's just too scared to actually say stupid because he wants you to think he's a good guy. Oh, he's being nice. No, he thinks you're stupid. Simple as that. Let him think you're stupid because nobody fucking cares. Nobody. We got Ludacris with 10 gifted memberships. Look at that. Man, you've been massive supporting today. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Ladybug says, happy Jessica. Culture Casino. What's up, brother? Just got back from TPUSA Amfest. We'll be back there tomorrow. What a great event. Patriots everywhere. Culture Casino is one of the best dudes on YouTube. He's a great guy. Shout out to you, man. Glad you're having fun. Tell Tim Pool I said, hey. Oh, wait, no, he's not invited either. So, but yeah, man, I'm glad you're having a good time, brother. Hail to you, Culture Casino in the house. Good to see you, man. Sad to see, but not surprising with the hardcore legend Mick Foley. Not surprised at all. It is good to see you, Culture. It's been a while since I saw you around, man. So it's good to see you. Let's see. What is this? What is this? No, what is this? Okay, hang on. Hopefully the audio's...
I used to
All right, here we go. Hang on.
very aesthetic person, believe me. Except with women, I don't care what a woman looks like. I used to say beautiful, now I don't care. Since politics, I never mention looks anymore. The most beautiful woman can walk right across. I don't even look at her anymore. Because in politics, that's the sign of death. We don't look. Very aesthetic person.
What is this dude, man? Oh man. Trump is one of one. No doubt about it. It's just one of one. Absolutely crazy. Ends up saying the craziest shit. There is one thing that from TPUSA that we saw that I wanted to know. I haven't watched it. Okay, right here. This is the very last photo taken of Charlie Kirk has been revealed. This is like, that's tough, man. But the very last photo of Charlie Kirk right here.
Person to take a photo with Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University. You are looking at that image for the very first time right now. Let's bring in Elle Anderson. Elle, so you are in high school and you went to UVU and you were backstage and you got the last picture with Charlie. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so a bunch of my friends and I left our high school a little bit early because we knew Charlie was coming into town, and that's big news over in Utah because we love Charlie. And so we all left a little bit early and went down to UVU, and we signed up to be volunteers there, and we were able to go backstage and speak with him a little bit before. I let some of my friends go before me, and we were able to get that photo with him.
So you went last. You let your friends go before you, not knowing that would be Charlie's last picture. And then he goes out on stage to do his iconic back and forth civil discussion, listening to people with alternative viewpoints. Were you out in the crowd when it happened?
Yep.
Tell me about that moment.
So after we were backstage with him, they invited us to go out into the crowd where we had reserves seats, and just listening to him do what he does best, right? And have an open mic for people to come disagree with him. I thought that was such a cool thing that Charlie was able to do, was he was promoting people to come speak what they wanted to, ask questions, and ask further just to get understanding, even if they disagreed with him, right?
See, this is the type of messaging that Turning Point needs to be focusing on in the few months after Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Instead of Ben Shapiro getting up on stage and airing out his grievances. Again, I think it's incredibly disrespectful for someone like Ben Shapiro who has his own platform. So it's just like anything else. And everything is relative, okay? But, okay, I have a YouTube channel. I can talk about whatever I want on my YouTube channel. I can come on here and I can talk shit. I can grift. I can be funny. I can be sarcastic. I can be an asshole. I can respond to the whatever it takes. All right. If I'm invited to the Critical Drinkers show, which I've been, many times, if I just go on to Critical Drinkers show and start airing out my personal drama and grievances, that is the most disrespectful fucking thing you could do to somebody. It shows a lack of respect in every way possible. I would never do that because I respect the Critical Drinker. I'm friends with the Critical Drinker. I'm friends with all, any of my friends that I go on their streams. I'm not going to do something disrespectful on their show. I would do it on my own show. For Ben Shapiro, who has his own company, his own YouTube channel, his own network, for him to go up there and on Turning Point's platform, start his drama, that tells you everything you need to know about Ben Shapiro. You can agree with what he said. You can disagree with what he said. It really doesn't matter. The fact that he decided to go up there and do that a few months after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, instead of pushing the message that Charlie created for Turning Point, I think this is the worst possible scenario for someone. Ben Shapiro's a bitch.
And that's when that all happened. So we were about 20 feet away.
20 feet away. My gosh. I mean, what was going through your mind? Fear, trepidation, just running away, and I assume a prayer. You're a woman of faith.
Absolutely.
And a lot of prayer. And we were praying from all the way across the country and New York. And unfortunately, Charlie's earthly time ended. But tragedy is turning into triumph, and Satan cannot stop the light that Charlie had. And you are part of that light. You had 2 jobs as a high schooler, and you believe so much in this movement that you gave really all that you had. $100, is that right, to Turning Point?
That's correct, yes.
Wow. And what happened after that? This was down at Mar-a-Lago, I understand.
So I was invited to go speak at Mar-a-Lago as the Turning Point USA High School Student of the Year. And as I was sitting there, I was listening to the most incredible people in the world giving so much, very generously. And I felt really overwhelmed. I don't have a lot. I'm saving for college right now and my future life. And as I
How are you going to ban Tim Pool and Myron Gaines but invite Tucker? I don't think either one of them were banned. I don't think Tim Pool was banned. I don't think Myron Gaines was banned. I don't think. I think that was a narrative out there, but I don't think he was actually banned.
was sitting there, I felt just kind of this weight of Turning Point has given me everything.
So anyway, this is cool that these are the types of messages that need to be the focus of Turning Point USA. The moment with the lady from Target, this right here, which I wasn't even aware of, and kind of talking about what the plan is for the midterms. But little Ben Shapiro made it his personal playground of drama and kind of set the tone. And you don't have good leadership that will, check him on that. And it's just a sad, sad situation. Ludacris for 20 says nothing. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Epically Eddie for 50 says, for the grift and hopes one day you'll be funny. Cut that hair. I really want to cut this hair, man. I'm thinking about it. So we'll see. It might happen. I'm not making any promises. I'm just saying it may be gone the next time you see me. It may not. I don't know. We'll see. Bibi says, side note, don't cut the hair. Keep it growing. Mullets for life. There's been people that haven't seen me in a while, like on YouTube, and they're like, is Jeremy got hair? What the fuck is happening right now? Chris from Michigan says, requesting prayers for my sanity. Had a nightmare that Sydney Sweeney got a boob reduction. Prayers up, Chris. It's going to be okay, buddy. It's going to be okay. All the Mo Kisses says, thanks for the 5 months of entertainment. Merry Christmas. Hail Unit 199. Happy Jessica. John freaking Murdoch. He. John freaking Murdoch. He's usually not here on the weekends, but that's okay. He still runs the show. D-Day Pierce says, everything is relatives, says the man from Alabama. Brian Stewart says, if you cut the hair, save some to glue on as eyebrows. Mo Monty says, there will never be anyone like Trump for many years. Hail the Snake Pit and Merry Christmas to all. Thank you, brother. Toddy says, John McClane was Jesus in Die Hard. What's the score in... all right, 41-10 final. Ole Miss destroys Tulane. Of course they did. Bumblebee says, isn't Sweeney going to be on COD now? I haven't heard that. I'm not aware of anything with Sydney Sweeney being on Call of Duty. Let's see here. What is this? So many things that are popping up in my feed right now. By the way, I did watch Jake Paul got beat last night. I think it was in 5 rounds. That was on Netflix, so I did see that. Good old Jake Paul. He gets people talking and he gets people watching. So respect to him from that perspective, I guess. Andrew Tate is fighting. Andrew Tate? Wait, Andrew Tate's fighting? When's Andrew Tate fighting? Did Andrew Tate fight yesterday? I didn't know about that. Oh, Andrew, wait, tonight? Oh, Tate lost? Hang on. Wait, Tate lost? Really? Hang on. I didn't even know about Andrew Tate fighting. You know why? Because I have Andrew Tate's name muted on Twitter. That's why I don't see it. Andrew Tate. That's exactly why. Holy shit. I probably can't play it. Oh yeah, he got his ass beat. I'm looking at the video now. Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's bad. Yep, I'm watching it now. Oh, it was on Rumble Premium? Okay. Was it Rumble only? I don't know if it was Rumble only. Here, I can show you, like, is that a real picture? Somebody said Andrew Tate when his opponent isn't a woman. Oh no. I'm sure Tate is older as hell, so I don't expect him to be in tip-top shape at all. But I don't hate Andrew Tate, by the way, for the record. I have nothing against Andrew Tate. I'm not a fan, but I don't like hate him or anything like that. But I just got tired of seeing like him in my feed, so I muted his name. I had no idea he was fighting. That kind of shows you how crazy the internet is. That I truly had no idea that he fought last night. I had no idea he even had a fight lined up. That's the power of the mute word on Twitter. Unicycle Peon says, I went to Ole Miss. Don't give two shakes whether they win or lose, though. Well, they did win. They won big, so they've advanced. Then Unicycle Peon for 20 says, in the 80s, when I had a 61 Chevy convertible, I broke down by chance out in the country near my grandma. She got me and took me to a redneck that had the exact 1961 part I needed. He had the same hair. Dude, you guys have no idea how it is, man. Like, out in country folks, rednecks, they can figure shit out, like next level stuff. It's unbelievable. I've got like some of my family, for the record, in Alabama, and I'm aware we have a diverse audience here, but just understand the non-white people in my audience, you will not be welcome at my family's house in Alabama. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that's my rule. I'm just telling you that's how they are in Alabama. I'm not telling you that's my rule. But just wanted to let you know that they would not be welcoming. That's just how it is. But, you know, yes, sorry, Meek. Meek is not allowed. Meek is not allowed. Bumblebee says, oh, I got that one. Ludacris says, only figs that cut the hair. Damn it. You guys are pressuring me. Oh, man. Interesting. I want to ask my family in Alabama. I do. I want to ask them. See, they don't know about this internet shit, okay? They don't know nothing about this, all right? But I would like to ask them an internet level question just to know how they would respond. I would like to ask them if you could only have one, or which one would you rather have? Would you rather have a gay person in the house or a black person? And I would be curious what their answer would be. I might report back to you and let you know what they say. I think they would say a black person. Based on the conversations, I think they would pick a black person. Thank you for the super chat, Ludacris and Bumblebee. Let's see here. Bradstreet says, Bro Island Dental, a drill and fill without the bill. Unicycle Peon says, oh, and cheers from Mississippi. Hail, Mississippi. TJ says, be careful on how you ask that question. They may realize you're a fig and are testing the waters. Ludacris says, neither. Probably neither. How black are we talking? Good Lord. All right. We need to end on that note. It's been a fun stream. If you guys are interested tonight, if I go live, it will be here on this channel, right here. If you're interested, we're almost at 8,000 subscribers. So if I do go live, it will be over here. So make sure you're subscribed. I'd like to hit 8,000 and then we can move to, I'd love to get to 10,000 subscribers on this channel. But anyway, that's where the gaming streams happen right there. Sandman says, good griff stream. Is that Trump with a beard in your profile picture? Hang on. That is Trump with a beard. That's pretty funny. Thank you for the support on Rumble. Thank you for the support on YouTube. I appreciate it. So we got two videos we're going to end with. We're going to end first with Sabaton, and then I got to get the CobraCast Christmas. So we're going to go Sabaton, and then we'll have the CobraCast Christmas. Here's this one, and then we will play the CobraCast Christmas. Have a good day. I'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.
the Lord. Hear my orders, question me and die. What I say was said in heaven, and so it shall be done. I know I was destined to rule alone. All for myself, I have claimed the throne, born to rule. My time is now. I was chosen by heaven. Say my name when you pray to the sky. See Carolus rise. With the Lord my protector, make a bow to my will. To the sky. See Carolus rise. To the sky. See Carolus rise.
Okay, so that's one. There you go for Kate. And then the next one was it was made by James here. Right here, he made this one, CobraCast Christmas. So I'm waiting for it to upload right now on StreamYards, and then I will play it directly, and that will be the end of it. It's super cool, so I hope you guys enjoy it. For those that have not seen it, Ladybug says, "Oh, you're still here, Jeremy." I am. I'm wasting time until this uploads to StreamYards. It's taking forever right now. So, but happy Jessica to everyone out there. I hope you have a good weekend. And let's see. June's Melody says, "Oh, really? That's cool." Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, all right, here it is. So, thank you. Go follow James over on Twitter. He made this. You guys have a good one. We'll talk to all of you later.
The following announcement has been provided by the 199 Battalion.
Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, ho. Dashing through the chat on a CobraCast trolling night. Jeremy's on the mic, roasting left and right. Geeks and gamers cheer with eggnog in their mugs, while D-Day Cobra's lurking, getting all the chugs. What a fig! Oh, CobraCast, CobraCast. Jeremy's dropping truth bombs all night long. Ho, ho, ho. Who wouldn't go to troll D-Day Cobra with his glow? Let the roasting of his chestnuts begin. D-Day's got a mullet. Where do we begin? Bells on stream are ringing. Memes are flying fast. Jeremy's got the facts. Crying lefties in the past. Santa's list is checking. Naughty or nice we see. D-Day's on the naughty, with his conspiracies proven right. Oh, CobraCast, CobraCast. Jeremy's dry.